Welcome back, guys, to the stream. This is another second chance series, round of 64 again. Uh, boyu against Luke Tom. Can you green up?
Oops.
All right. So yeah, there we go. Luke Tom is quite a famous player in the community, I think, and he is right now first lieutenant, but he used to be lieutenant colonel. I'm not sure how well he plays at the moment since he was quite inactive. Looks like we have the wrong map.
Maybe just no observer mode.
Yeah, no observer mode.
Yeah, go for it.
Can you type it? Need ops mode and yeah, observer mode out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a 2v2 size map, and we actually spawn instead of being casters. So I guess we would have needed to go for a fast Imperial and get spies, and then we could maybe cast a little bit. So I guess it's easier to just rehost. All right.
Okay, let's go again.
All right. So let's go in again for this first game of the round of 64 match. Best of 3 between Boyu and Luke Tom. Ottoman against Dutch on Manchuria. What do you think about this matchup on that map?
I think it's good for Otto with the TP line. And Dutch is so passive.
Yeah, I'm not sure who wins on this kind of small TP line map. I think it's quite close between Otto and Dutch. Otto get a little bit less, well, definitely a bit less ecos than Dutch, but of course they're autos, so they're faster and everything. It's gonna be interesting. It's still overall a decent matchup for Dutch, I think. By design, Dutch always did well against Otto because they have these skirmishers in Colonial to handle Jan Rush, and they don't really do so well against a Jan Calf timing, but they can get H3 and Reuters. We will see how it goes. Anyway, we have here on the top side of the map Luke Tom.
Luke Tom, yeah, in the color red, and he's playing Otto, versus Boyu in the color blue, and he's playing Dutch.
And that's a wood start, which is really good for Otto. He can drop a Musk right now on top of his house and the TP because of that extra 100 wood, but it looks like he's not gonna do anything else than a house and a TP, which is kind of surprising because the church, it's basically the Ottoman church on EP is much better. Yeah, I need to reset this score to 0-0. Dutch just making a house is on the other hand totally expectable.
Yeah, indeed.
And there's 6 yaks already for Dutch since he got this extra envoy. It's a bit AFK right now, but he did get definitely. Why can't I do the fog of war right now?
It's really bad lagging.
I can't do the fog of war. I don't get it. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, apparently it's quite laggy.
Should have done a lag test maybe before.
Oh, he's in windowed mode. I'm not sure if this has to do anything with the lag.
Maybe he just tapped out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, anyway, still no church for Otto, so he's gonna just tax this 150 wood. He could have even got the church and the tier 1 upgrade of the mosque to train your villagers faster. He microed hearts is 30 food, which is kind of honestly a waste of time. On a map where you have overall good treasures and some livestock, you might as well go scouting with your explorer instead of taking this kind of really weak treasure with a good treasure guardian. It's not really worth it.
Oh, this poor anyway, he gets snared. Maybe he's gonna die.
Yeah, it's gonna eventually die. But meanwhile, Dutch is able to grab even more stuff on the map. Like, for example, this 90 wood. Oh, I think it's gonna die actually. Or it's gonna be close, but I would say Dutch is dead. Because he didn't micro, and when you have only like 200 HP or even less than 200 HP and you don't micro against a lion, you just die. And yeah, I mean, he's dead. It's quite close. He just need no. Oh, 0 HP.
Lucky.
Oh my god, that's quite lucky. Yes. Oh my fucking god. But he got the 90 wood and he didn't die. So now he can go back on the TC and get some HP back. So it's actually kind of okay. Can even grab this small treasure without any HP. So it's not the end of the world. Like he's really in a decent position now that he didn't lose his explorer to this treasure. Oh,
what happened?
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened, but something did happen apparently. 2 forward villages were looked on.
When the shed is a question, why church? No wood for upgrades. Where the upgrades the first tier 1 to make your villager train faster costs only 50 wood on EP.
As the chat was wondering?
Yeah.
Yeah, the upgrade is only 50 wood and the mosque is only 100 wood. So with 150 wood you can make both the mosque and the tier 1 upgrade and the house and the TP. And that's a very solid start for Otto, but he decided to keep the wood to instead go for a more aggressive build. With 150 wood it's also quite nice to get the wood for your racks and stable and the houses. And probably ship 700 coin first and get some big batches directly of Hus and Jans and just pressure Dutch as soon as possible basically. And also picking the small food treasure, 60 food is gonna help a bit to get nice batches out. That's already 5 Jan and Q and 1 Hus. All villagers on foot. Sadly he had a lot of walking time because he didn't hurt something under his TC, but still should be able to get quite good batches, I think. I'd probably at least 4 Hus or maybe 5. But I don't think he's gonna get 5 out just because of this walking time. But 4 for sure. And the Jan's going into pressure already. Just shooting at the villagers. Gonna idle Dutch in his town center. Dutch starting directly with a stable plus a barracks. That's... I think that's just not... It doesn't work. I don't think you can get stuff from 2 buildings as Dutch early on. So he lost 2 views and he's gonna lose his racks as well. And then the stable is gonna be up, but there's gonna be stable against Jans and Cav and it's not very efficient. There's a Hassa and Q for Dutch at least. Maybe with Minutemen he can be alright. He does have quite a lot of food in Q and the 3 banks are gonna gather some gold, so he should be able to get at least 3, 4, maybe 5 Hassas out. And after all, well, he did lose some stuff in this push, but he's against Otto, and Otto is not getting a stagecoach, so he really needs to do a lot of damage if he wants to keep up with Dutch later on. More pressure coming in. These 3 Hus are gonna kill a villager. Some more Hus popping, gonna scare away the Hus, but there's more stuff on the way for Otto, so that's a waste of Cav for Dutch. He's gonna lose against his racks and he's gonna lose some Hussars, maybe all of them, maybe only 2 or 3. Yeah, he's gonna escape actually because Luktam was not snaring anymore, but still I don't know what Dutch is gonna do at this point. He has colonial militia, so he could just call his like send his colonial militia card and snipe the Jans and scare Otto away, but he's really not in a great spot right now. Otto can always ship 700 wood, and he does ship it right now and get the stagecoach. He's indeed getting another training post, and well, it's just quite a good position for Otto to be in right now. Market going down for Dutch. Otto, by the way, shipped twice gold crates to get more mass out, and then with the wood, he's already building this TP with his 2 villages, and meanwhile gonna get the last TP of the line. Maybe already got stagecoach on the way, I'm not sure. More Jans denying the market this time. Dutch being just a bit too greedy with buildings, really a bit far from TC, and just being punished for it. Minutemen called. Luktam actually going in to kill the Minutemen. They're low HP now. And then again, there's not so much left for Dutch to fight. A Hus pop, but the Jans are anti-cav and there's a lot of them, so I don't think that's gonna work. And there's more Jans on the way, a shipment of 5. 5 Jans is kind of not a great shipment on EP, I guess. 3 Hus is better now. Well, there's not a ton of stuff for Otto. I mean, it's not like he's able to burn a lot of buildings down and punish Dutch so hard, but let's say he's just always keeping Dutch idle, killing a few wheels, denying some buildings, killing some hussars. At the end of the day, Dutch is not so much ahead in eco, 27 to 19, and there's like 3 TPs for Otto, so Otto is actually ahead in eco, which is not normal for this matchup. And I don't see what Dutch is gonna do against Otto when Dutch is behind in eco. He does have the wood for another bank, so he could get maybe slightly ahead of Otto, but it's not very scary right now. The Rax is not gonna be denied, but the villager is gonna die. So Dutch is always under pressure, never really gathering. He now has basically really no food, only 1 animal under TC, and the yaks should gather this yak actually before it's just going into thin air, and need to herd a bit somehow, but it's too late for this. 700 coin for Dutch, so he has no food and he got banks and villagers on gold, and he's also shipping gold, so Dutch is gonna just have way too much food, too much gold, and maybe he will buy for food, I'm not sure, but it's gonna be very painful. I feel like at this point he might as well try to bring the yaks on the spot here or something, and then just eat them right under his CC and age up from it. Maybe buy a couple hundred extra food and just age. I honestly don't see Dutch doing anything staying colonial now. He really needs to just age. I mean, he can't fight now. He's got anyway way too few units. I mean, he got no units, and Otto got like really decent mass now. He's been remassing quite a lot. Now that stagecoach is in, he gets a lot of resources in, and well, he can just remass and pressure hard, and if Dutch is not aging, he's gonna die. He's anyway dead. TC is gonna go down, I think. I can see colonial militia coming in for Dutch now, but it's gonna be too late, and it's not gonna matter so much. Or maybe he's shipping something else like the pikes, but pikes also would die to this massive chance. And there's just more reinforcements coming in for Otto, while Dutch is literally producing nothing. Or maybe a couple units now, but yeah, 1 skirmisher is not gonna help. You got 5 out, but there's so many hussars. Yeah, TC goes down, the villagers are gonna die. And Boyu is resigning, so that's 1-0 for Luke. So we can see at the end even Otto being ahead in eco, I mean not in eco but in resources. Just because he idle dodged so much. Yeah, he could have tried with CM, I think it would have helped a lot. Dutch just never really messing enough to defend, and Otto losing units but taking good trades overall, killing vills and stuff and idling, and then just remassing so much after stagecoach. Oh, Otto did somehow lose a villager. I didn't. Wait, what? In age 1? Apparently Luke deleted a villager. Instead of, I don't know actually, why did he? Well, he somehow deleted the villager, and and he was house also. But besides this, Otto had like of course a decent build line, and Dutch had a very troubled build line. All right, let's go out. GG. Okay, you're gonna hear that 2 minutes late like anything, but I think on Manchuria, on this pawn, you get maybe 80 resources per pass, something like that. Between 70 and 90 resources with each trading post, and it's anyway, it's worth 4 villagers basically on wood and maybe like 3 on food or something, or depending on market upgrades also. Alright, 1-0 for Luke. He now needs to pick first. And apparently the map is Hudson Bay. I don't have the map right now, but I'm gonna trust the players that they are playing Hudson Bay now. And Luke is speaking French. And
Are you ready?
boyu picking Russia. That's quite a surprising pick against France. Especially on Hudson Bay, which is a map with a lot of big treasures in age 1, really good for France. Russia is not gonna be very scary, but we'll see. Maybe boyu feels more comfortable pressuring instead of being pressured. It's a winter version, so there's gonna be no goats or sheep. Actually, it's sheep on this map. No livestock anyway, so that's good for Russia. France is not gonna be able to abuse its native scout in age 1 that much. And we have here on this side of the map boyu playing as Russia in the color blue, against on the other side Luke Tom playing France in the color red, up 1-0 in this best of 3, so that's already the match point. Boyu needs to win 2 games in a row now to win this series, and if he loses now, he lost. Coin start is going to be pretty good for France. You can get a market out of it, especially with this 40 coin treasure, but it looks like Luke is not going to do that, and he just wants to make a house, I guess, because he's not gathering the gold. Russia working on a 100 wood treasure. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot of wood, but is he gonna be able to grab it? Oh, France is probably, yeah, he's working on this 80 XP, so he's not gonna deny this wood treasure, and that's gonna be really good for Russia. 60 wood up there, not that great, but still an interesting treasure. Wood is always nice. 150 food is very nice. That's useless. 160 XP is also quite a good treasure. 150 coin is very easy to pick. It's not super useful in age 1, but it's really not hard to pick, and a lot of resources. Russia, well, he forgot to shoot at the bear. Working on this 150 food. I don't think he's anyway gonna be able to get it in time for the age up, and looks like France scouted it, so Russia is probably not gonna risk it. It would be just kind of suicide against France when you're already half HP and France has his explorer and the native scout. You probably would lose your explorer to this treasure. So I don't think he's gonna try to take it. Luke is working on the 150 coin. Doing a good job at microing it. And Boyu is just scouting around and finding this XP, so he might try to take it. I'm not sure. Looks like he's not really comfortable taking such a big treasure with half HP against France, and I can understand. He's playing it safe, and that's probably the good thing to do in a tournament. Now I don't know why he's being aggressive against France. He should have probably tried to go back as soon as France was out of line of sight and just like, yeah, hope he doesn't notice you, because now he could bring his native scout and try to kill Russia, but looks like Luke is just gonna keep scouting with it instead. So Russia might be fine. France is aging earlier than Russia. Should be usually the opposite, I think. And dropping a trading post, which is quite standard. Two forward villagers for Russia. Of course, gonna drop that classic blockhouse. Probably shipping 5 Cossacks inside to pressure France. Russia going back to the food treasure, maybe gonna try to take it now. And he took a trading post himself. Well, I guess that's with the wood he was able to get a TP and the blockhouse. Blockhouse is not very forward. So, both players have aged. Luke is getting 2 military buildings down, so it looks like he's going for a kind of Samuel's build. Russia is building houses, and he got his blockhouse up and his trading post. And I think he got 5 Cossacks, 5 Musketeers, and 3 villagers on the way, which is why he got this pop right now. And so he's gonna try to directly pressure with the Musketeers and the Cossacks, and because of that he doesn't have a market. He's dropping it only now, which is one way to play it. You can play it more greedy and get your market later, which means you get Musketeers later, or you can get it early. Get your market late and make units early on. It's gonna depend if Russia can do something with his 5 Musketeers basically, but I don't think he will be able to do much, because France got 2 military buildings and he's probably, yeah, he's got 5 Huss popping on the Cossacks and 2 Musketeers popping on the wrong side. They would have been better shooting at these Cossacks, but honestly it's still looking really good for France. He just got more stuff, I think. Cossacks are very low HP. Luke buying time with his units while just TC Fire shooting some Russian units down. 4 Cossacks now for Russia, so he's going more aggressive, but he's not actually pushing, he's pulling back, which I don't really understand, because if you ship 4 Cossacks you would want to use them in pressure. By the way, this native scout is spotting everything, so he already, Lukedown probably already knows that Russia got 4 Cossacks on the field and that he should be careful. He's still gonna try to raid. I think when you see 4 Cossacks you would not try to raid, because then Russia has more cav than you. 7 Cossacks against 5 Hus. But Russia is pushing meanwhile. And Luke doesn't have so many musketeers. The thing is that there could be units popping anytime, so Russia has to be really careful. There's in fact nothing in queue for Luke Tom right now. He's shipping 700 coin and probably trying to age now. Oh, and this musketeer is doing quite a good job at killing the Cossacks. Boyu being too greedy, just sieging instead of fighting, and he just wasted all his Cossacks, and now there's just not enough for Russia to do anything. Only a few musketeers. France has musketeers of his own. He can still call Minutemen. He got hussars here that he can bring back. He got CDBs he can fight with. TC fire. So Russia just can really do nothing with this massive units. Oh, and Russia is quite far out of base, herding, back herding actually his food. And Luke is aging, so it's gonna be really hard for Russia now. I mean, he wasn't really able to do anything in colonial. He lost a lot of Cossacks for free basically. And now Luke is aging and Russia doesn't have a lot of stuff to punish this age up. Just 10 stray deaths and 10 musketeers basically. And yeah, it's gonna be impossible for Russia to do anything now. Queers in queue for France is gonna be very scary now. Russia got 20 stray deaths and 9 musketeers, Russian musketeers, and some of them are low HP. France got some hussars, also a bit low HP. And if he gets a batch of 5 queers out, or even a few queers, and then with the musketeers and the skirmishers, he could totally clean Russia up. And Russia didn't really try to push more. So I guess Russia can try to sit back now and maybe add 1 or 2 more blockhouses and try to just camp like that. And make some Cossacks to maybe kill the falconets when they come, or kill the skirmishers. And hope that somehow he can defend, but it's just looking really tough for Russia right now. 700 and 600 wood after the Cossacks, so he was able to make some stray deaths and get some houses out of it, and a second trading post apparently. I think this trading post is anti-climatic right now. It's not really what you want to get. You want to keep your resources to get units out and stuff, or even another blockhouse to defend. But I feel like training post is just gonna be slowing down Russia more than anything. And now France could fight. Honestly, he got enough cav to clean this up. I think. Just need to snipe the musketeers with his own infantry. But I guess he doesn't need also to fight. It would be risky maybe to take this fight when he can instead just wait and mass more queers and ship more units. There's more raid here. Definitely gonna kill a villager. And maybe 1 more. Oh, he should focus this villager down. I think it's not gonna die now. He could have killed it. Could have killed 2 vills, but he did get 1 vill. And that's how many vills dead? 3 vills dead for Russia and no villager dead for France. So really not looking so great for Russia. But Russia is ahead in eco now. After a while Russia gets ahead. Luke Tom shooting with his falcons at the Cossacks, I kind of like it. If you can get some HP from these Cossacks, then they will be even weaker and will have even more trouble killing the falconets. And when there's no Cossacks and there's falconets, this Russian mass of infantry is in a really tough position. Luke maybe needs to get a bit more anti-cav though. I mean, He got the queers and they definitely block fine, but a few goons to kill the Cossacks faster would be nice, I think. Oh, he does have 5 goons now, so it's gonna be alright. And he did kill some extra villagers there. Falconet's coming to kill the stable. And some idle time for Russia now. He can't really gather on his hands, so he's stacking too much wood and food. Need a couple houses as well. Oh, nice position from the Cossack though. I kind of missed it, but they're coming right on top of the Falks. The problem is that the infantry was not there to fight at the same time, so the Cossacks just killed the Falks and then died to Cav. And I think he could have been bringing instead his musketeers in mini mode to try to attack the Queers as well. And he would have been in a better spot. Because honestly, this is not... I mean, yeah, Russia is getting cleaned up for sure. Now he's gonna lose quite hard, but... He could have... I could have imagined Russia being kind of okay if he brought his musketeers in time. And maybe if he can pop some units now, like 5 Cossacks or something. Yeah, he has some stuff popping also. So he would have really been okay if only he brought his musketeers in mini mode. But yeah, now he's gonna pop stuff, but he's getting cleaned up, so it's not gonna matter, and he resigns. GG. Could have gone really a bit better for Russia there. So yeah, Luke is up 2-0. He won the series as his best of 3, so he's moving on to the round of 32 of the second chance tournament. I think Luke was not able to sign up in the main tourney actually, he was not there in time, if I remember correctly. France still outgathering because even if Russia was ahead in resources at the end, in all the early game France was ahead in eco, so of course he had more resources. Even if Russia had more vills there, he has less resources at the end of the day. Just one big fight mostly, but here there was this trade which was really good for Luke Tom. Doesn't look so big on the graph because Cossacks take only 1 pop, but it's quite a lot of resources dropping there for boyu, like 1k resources worth of Cossacks just dying, and then Luke aging up safely and just massing a ton, Russia staying passive, and then they just post mass, and well, Russia had a bit more stuff, but it's H2 units against H3 units, and he could have really done a bit better, but yeah, at the end of the day Luke just won, and yeah, and he did a good job at raiding as well. Russia wasn't able to pop that, to outboom France too hard. And that's it for today then. It's the end of this best of 3, it's the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed.